this is James.
And this is Tina.
Welcome to
Whatever Topics.
where we'll be talking about.
Anything, whatever pops in our head's gonna pop out of our mouth.
Hope you enjoy the show.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to Whatever Topics. We did have we had a little bit of a mess up there at the beginning, but I hope y'all are sitting there listening to us now. We're only about 3 minutes late, but our microphone messing up again, so I don't know. Hi, Tina.
Hello.
Hey, everybody out there. Wow. Well, I named this thing right. Hot July.
No kidding.
I didn't really put it on there, but I mean, we had it all set up and ready to go, and I wasn't getting no microphone. I don't know. So anyhow, we're working now. It's working. So on with the show. So Tina,
What?
remember the first time you ever pushed a lawnmower to cut grass?
I can't remember that far back, no.
It's only been, what, 20 years, 10?
Yeah, I wish.
Okay, well, I remember the first time I cut grass. Sure do. I was about 11 years old. And, I didn't know much about it, you know. And the first job I got, the guy had to show me how to cut his grass. Because I was struggling. And I was going around in a circle, you know, like a square, you know, cutting it from the outside all the way to the inside. And he come out there and see me struggling. He said, look, if you turn the lawnmower around and go the other direction, it'll blow all the grass over there where you've already cut it, instead of blowing all the grass into where you're going to cut it. Makes sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, man, I learned something that day about cutting grass. And I remember a lady that gave me, she paid me, now this was big money back then when I was 11. Big money, I mean, and she paid me $1.25 an hour to pull dandelions out of her yard.
Well, that sounds pitiful compared to today.
Oh, man. It took me, I don't know, several days. But when I got done getting all the dandelions out of her yard, there wasn't no grass to cut.
Wow, it's a lot of dandelion.
And she'd make me come in the house and sit at the table and drink Kool-Aid or something. She'd make something, you know, for me to drink probably about every 30 minutes. So I'd cool down and everything. But, I'm telling you, that was a job. I mean, it was a sit-down job. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was a good thing about it. That was the only good thing about it. Okay, we got our chat lines open. I'm going to say chat somebody. I'm just going to make it easy. I'm just going to say hello. Anybody want to chat back, go ahead. It is open for the next, I don't know, 25 minutes, 20 minutes. We'll be on here live till 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
Then the name of the show name was episode 15-7-18, Hot July. I'll have to add that on later. I think I can. All the information that we put on the other page is gone because I had to stop it and start it over again to get the microphone to work. But anyway, we've got a thing here that we've been watching. I've been watching. I don't know if Tina has, but she found it and was reading about it. And it's about a 50-yard challenge.
That's an awesome challenge.
Yeah, it is. And I can give you the website. Is if you want to look it up, is where. Oh no, let me get my glasses on. whereweareraisingmen.com. Whereweareraisingmen. No, we are. Okay, one more time. Hello? Okay. Weareraisingmen.com.
Got it now?
Yeah, you got it on your page? Why don't you tell me how to say that?
I don't have it on my page.
Oh, you don't?
I just have what it's about. It's for it. What it is, it's kids ages 7 to 17 that are actually doing something special and helping their community. They're going out mowing 50 people's yards for free. The people that they're mowing yards for are elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans in their city.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you was done. And who is it?
Kids ages 7 to 17.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But who is it? Raising Men Lawn Care Service is designated to promote awareness for the youth for the future. It's a platform where the younger members of the community can give back to the community. This includes veterans, elderly, disabled, and single mothers. They get a chance to offer services such as mowing lawns, shoveling snow, raking leaves, and more, free of charge. The youths who we work with are able to experience a great sense of achievement while also developing their social skills and lawn care experience.
Finally, good news. Young kids out there doing something worthwhile instead of doing stupid challenges.
Oh, yeah. And then they have also, let me see if I can find that. There's a page you can go to, and I don't know where, I had it a while ago, but autism tour. Autism tour. Okay. I can't find it right off the bat. But I just passed it up. Alright, let's go back.
Okay.
Beep beep. Alright, they like you said, they're challenging 50 lawns free for the elderly and disabled, single parent veterans and all that. But here's what you do. Once you cut 10 lawns, now you gotta send in a request saying that you want the challenge, and all that. And it tells you how to go about when you get so many lawns cut and everything. But once you reach 50 lawns, once you cut 10 lawns, you get first you get a white t-shirt. Okay. When you accept the challenge, they'll send you a white t-shirt, ear protection and eye protection. Okay, now you gotta use your own lawnmower. Okay, you can't use your neighbors. I guess you could use your neighbors, but anyway, you get a white t-shirt, and then once you've cut 10 lawns, you get an orange shirt. After you cut 20 lawns, you earn a green shirt. You cut 30 lawns, you earn a blue shirt. 40 lawns earns a red shirt, and 50 lawns earns a black shirt. Now, here's the good part of this. It don't matter where you're at. This guy traveled all over the United States, okay? Once you reach 50 lawns, we will come visit you, cut a few lawns with you, and give you a different color Rising Men Lawn Care Service shirt. We also give you a brand new lawnmower, weed eater, and blower. Now, there's 700 people, and 700 kids that's into that right now. And it keeps going, higher. And it's really nice if you got pictures and stories and stuff on here, and that's at weareraisingmen.com. And I wish I was about 10 or 12 or 14. I want a new lawnmower.
Yeah, I can see us out there pushing a lawnmower in our grass. Mm-hmm.
It's a Craftsman too. I mean,
Nice lawnmowers.
yeah, Craftsman weed eater.
Wow.
The leaf blower, I can't remember what the name of that was, but that was a different brand, but still, they bring it to you
Yeah.
wherever you live. And you get a plaque, like a,
Showing that you completed the challenge.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So I thought that was kind of nice to have on today's show.
And
But-
any kid that gets out there and does that, they should be really proud of themselves for the people they're becoming.
Yeah, yeah. I know where we live at now, I don't think I could do that challenge because it's all hills.
Yeah, a lot of pushing uphill down now.
Oh man, I sit here at the window and watch the neighbor across the street cut his grass.
Oh,
He cuts it about 3 times a week.
I don't know how he pushes it up that big hill he's got.
I don't like the way he pulls it back up.
I know it's scary to watch him.
Oh man, yeah, because I mean, some people don't realize the danger of the lawnmower blade until they get something caught in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what it can do to a stick.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get your feet under that lawnmower.
No.
Most of them come with a flap now
Yeah.
on the back, so you can't slip up under it. But when you're pulling it up a hill, that ground will flip that flap underneath the lawnmower. We had a lawnmower when I was a kid. It was a Craftsman too. I mean, Sears sold a lot of stuff back then, and this one was a crank on top.
Oh.
You flip the handle over, and you crank it up as tight as you can get it, and then when you flip it back down, it triggers it, and it cranks over by itself.
That's before my time.
Uh-huh. It was self-propelled,
Mm-hmm.
and that was kind of a new thing back then. Well, we lived on a farm and had a lot of grass to cut, but oh yeah, it was fun until the self-propel quit working, and you had to push that thing. Be like having a garden tiller that you had to just push through the garden, I mean,
Yeah.
it's but they didn't have weed eaters back then. They had little grass trimmers, hand clippers that you
Uh-huh.
clip away.
Yeah.
But yeah, and a lot of places they let the grass grow up inside their flowers and stuff. I don't know why. It looks like that would take away all the stuff that it needs for the flowers to grow.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, huh?
I was going to say, here's a subject that ought to thrill a whole bunch of people.
Oh no. What
The
is it?
mask mandates. Found one the other day. Said now to go into these stores here, you are required. Mandatory mask. Apple Store, American Eagle, AT&T, Best Buy, Costco, CVS, Dillon's, Kroger, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Kohl's, Menards, Panera, Sam's Club, Starbucks, Target, Verizon, Walgreens, Walmart. And more stores are jumping on that bandwagon of you're going to be wearing masks when you go in. So if you want somewhere to shop, good luck finding a place that you don't have to wear a mask if you're one of them people that, oh, I'm not going to wear one. I personally don't mind wearing one. I don't like them. I mean, you go into a store, these employees are wearing them 8 to 10 hours a day. And half of them don't want to wear them, but they're doing it because it's mandatory. If they can do it for 8 to 10 hours a day, surely you can do it for 1 or 2 hours worth of shopping.
We do.
Yep, we do. And no, I don't like it. Yes, it is hot. It is uncomfortable. But you know what? At least I feel better about not passing it on. If for some reason I was a carrier even, not passing it on to somebody with a bad immune system. So, there's that.
Yeah, people go and say, well, I'm going to shop somewhere else. Okay.
Good luck.
Go find that other place.
Yeah, because there's not going to be very many that's not going to require them now.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh, change the subject here, a little history. We're going to do something about the Ohio Reformatory, the haunted prison. 3.1 miles from here, we have a haunted prison. Okay, read your little history. The cornerstone of this reformed fortress was laid November 4th of 1886. It was built on a site of the former Camp Mordecai Bartley, a training ground for Civil War soldiers. That right there, you can see what could be haunted. Okay. It opened in 1890. It was an intermediate penitentiary where first-time offenders who were too violent for industrial schools could serve their time. Inmates were taught basic trades for release and integration into society. However, as the prison population swelled in the 20th century, the reformatory was forced to accept inmates convicted of more serious and violent crimes. So it says by 1960, the reformatory was overcrowded, and the overpopulation breeds conflict and disease. Guards were forced to double the occupancy in death row cells, which in at least one instance resulted in an inmate's death. Okay, they're on death row. That's kind of odd to me there. During one morning, a guard noticed a prisoner missing from one of the cells. When he went in to inspect, the prisoner's body was found broken and stuffed underneath the bunk. Instances like this closed the reformatory in 1972.
So the guy was broke up and shoved under his bed, and there wasn't nobody else in that cell?
No, he was with somebody. He was missing. And the guy that's with him ain't gonna tell where he's at, but they found him. Now this is kind of bad. In 1930, a riot broke out in the East Cell Block. Guards put 120 rioters to share 12 solitary confinement cells for 1 week without food or water. And the punishment drove many to the brink of madness and death. That'll do it. I mean, 120 rioters and 12 solitary.
Not feeding them for a week.
Hey, that was back in 1930. I mean,
you can live a week without food, but you can't go a week without water.
Well, according to this, you can.
That's why a lot of them died.
Yeah, and that's probably exactly it, because they didn't have the water.
Well, they probably didn't know that back then either.
It said many of the people in there died of diseases like influenza, tuberculosis. Some went mad, others hung themselves. One inmate set himself on fire. So you wonder why there might be paranormal activity there. Look at all the horrible things that happened. I mean, that's one, yeah, that's just not a good place to be. I might go there to take pictures outside, but I don't know that I'd want to go inside, because it does say that some of the guides and the visitors have been pushed and punched by unseen forces when they're in there.
Yeah, I think people just go to there because they don't believe it, and they want to go see if it's fake or real.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say, well, I went there because I didn't believe it, and when they come out, they were total believers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I believe it. I've never seen stuff like that, but I mean, I know things going on. We got a spirit in this house here. I'm sure.
Well, I believe it because of things that have happened right after my grandmother passed away. You know, and I've heard my aunt and my grandmother talk to me after they had passed away.
Well, I mean, right here in this house.
Yeah, because the cat goes crazy between 4:30 and 5:30 every morning.
Yeah.
Not before, not after, in between them hours, and she's always looking down the hall.
And she won't go in the bathroom now.
She's scared to death to go in the bathroom now.
Used to, she'd beat us in the bathroom and play around in the tub and stuff, you know, or up on the sink. She couldn't wait to get in there when we go to the bathroom, but now she won't come close to it. I picked her up the other day. I said, we're going in the bathroom. Boy, she was hanging on to me. I got in there and I started walking around in a circle, let her see everything in there, and I set her down, and boy, she shot out that door like a rocket.
Yeah, something's scaring her. I mean, I wouldn't think nothing of it except for the certain hours that she whines like she's scared of something, and it's always looking down the hallway.
Oh, yeah. I've set the camcorder up twice, never got anything. But one time we was gone for about 40 minutes, I guess, and came back. 'Cause we're not doing it at night because I can't light it up, I don't have infrared to see with it. But, every morning when that cat starts throwing his fit, I'll get up and calm her down, and put her in bed, and she'll stay in bed. But I come out the bedroom one morning, and she was throwing her little fit, and the hair stood up all over me. Mm-hmm. I walked through that hallway, and when I turned the light on, it quit. So, something that you're going to have to find in the dark.
Yeah, I don't want to find anything in the dark.
Get my ESPSC, PSA, whatever they call it, my tape recorder.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll get that out some night, and then when I get up, I'll start talking to it and see what's there. I believe it. If y'all out there don't believe it, that's fine. But
I probably wouldn't believe it if I haven't had things personally happen to me, like being touched by somebody that wasn't there, hearing voices of people that have been passed on, certain things happening, like a TV switching to a different channel, or your fan turning on and off in the middle of the night, or things like that. And I've had things like that happen to me.
Cabinet doors being opened in the middle of the night.
Right, and you hear people walking up and down your stairs when nobody's there.
One cabinet door I could see, maybe the pressure between the inside and outside wall, popping up, cabinet open. But when you get up and there's 4 of them open more than halfway, that's when somebody's there.
Yeah, I was a little creeped out the day that I was laying in bed, and I felt that hand running up and down my leg, and it's like, just don't touch me.
One night somebody called my name, it was James, and I looked up, and there's nobody there.
Yeah, it's creepy.
And they couldn't have got in the door because I had the door locked. But we was a block away from the hospital. It's no longer there. They tore it down. And we're thinking that either maybe one of the employees at the hospital lived there, and a spirit from somebody followed them home.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, so it is possible. They never followed us when we moved, though.
Yeah, that's kind of good. It wasn't bad, though, because it wasn't anything scary. It wasn't like throwing dishes across the room or scratching or grabbing or nothing like that. So it wasn't scary. It was just uncomfortable because you could hear it and you could feel them when they touched you. And yeah, I don't want somebody touching me if I don't know who you are. Please don't touch me. I'm just a little creepy like that. I guess you call me creepy, but it's creepy. There you go.
Well, that one night I felt somebody sit on the end of the bed. And I didn't have anybody else in the house. I didn't have no cats or dogs or anything. I looked up and there wasn't nobody there. But since you've had your cat there, it's happened.
Yeah.
Because she always jumped up there and slept between our feet. Mm-hmm. And you could feel it like a cat jump up there and lay down, but there's no cat there.
No, because we've looked.
Cats sleeping on the couch. It's whoa. It gives you some chills sometimes, but it's nothing that scares me.
This is why I will never ever go into a haunted place where I don't know the people. I don't want them following me home.
That's been done a lot.
Yeah, and I don't care to be followed home by somebody that I don't know.
Yeah, and then you got problems because they're in your house and not theirs, and they don't want to leave.
And God forbid you use a Ouija board, spirit
Oh,
board, whatever.
no.
No.
No Ouija board.
None in my house, none near my house. Don't bring one into my house. Ain't happening. Those things are creepy.
When I was a kid, me and a girl played that game.
No.
And does John like Sally, you know?
Oh, okay, a truth or dare board is what you used it for.
No, yeah, well, you know, just asking the questions, you know, does Joyce like me and all that, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know anything about Ouija boards back then.
As I get older, I realize there's a lot of things in this world that we can't explain and we don't understand, and I'm not going to push my luck.
Yeah. And, hey, you know, I guess Mansfield's pretty open on stuff like that, though. Because there's a tarot reader right down the street.
Yeah, tarot reader, yeah, palm reader.
2 blocks away, palm reader.
Uh-huh.
Tarot cards.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So, I mean, it's nothing new around here. I'm not going there.
I'm not going to go there either because I know a lot of the palm readers and tarot readers are fake, but there are some out there that really do have that gift, and I don't want to find out anything about what's supposed to be happening in my life. I'm going to take it as it comes.
Well, when I was a kid growing up, my mom knew a fortune teller. And then there's another one a couple miles down the road out in the country. She was a fortune teller. And me and this woman went to her one time. And she read our future, you know, and it sounded pretty good. And a lot of kids go there. And I asked her when she was done, I said, how much I owe you? She says, whatever you would like to give. I says, okay. So I got my checkbook out. And she told me, she says, no, I won't take no check from you because you don't have no money in the bank. Back then, I was always beating the bank, you know, with my paycheck. And I'd write a check out a day or two before payday, and I had plenty of time for it to go through and my money to get in there and everything, right? But she knew I didn't have the money in there.
Yeah.
I said, oh. She said, I'll just take that $1.68 worth of change you got in your pocket. I looked at my pocket and I took out all my change and I counted out $1.68.
Whoa.
Oh man, I was, you know. And then the other fortune teller, she was reading my mom's cards one time, and she pulled out the death card. And my mom says, oh no, you know, my dad wasn't too good shape then, and that's who she thought was the death card. Fortune teller just stared out the doorway. And she stared, you know, and Mom says, what's wrong? She says, don't you worry about that death card. That's not your death card I pulled out. And a couple of days later, the fortune teller died.
That's really weird because from what I understood, fortune tellers and psychics and all that couldn't tell their death time.
Somehow it got twisted in there.
Yeah, that's just weird.
It's like the 3 cats my mom had. They were stray cats. She walked out the door one day and the cat rubbed up against her leg and tripped her, and she fell on the little concrete platform where the well was. And she was telling the fortune teller about it, showing her bruise on her leg and everything. She said that fortune teller stared out that window again. She says, them cats won't bother you no more. Well, she went home, and the one cat was dead, laying out by the side of the yard there. Next morning, she went to work, and the second cat died because it was up in her fan blade.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And the third cat, she don't know whatever happened to it. It just disappeared.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you get a good one, you know you got a good one. Okay. Well, we're about out of time, so we're gonna have to do this joke of the week.
Joke of the week.
So, hey, thanks everybody for listening in. You can get a hold of us, whatever topics at gmail.com or facebook.com/whatever topics, or our group page is whatever, facebook.com/groups/whatever topics. We did wrong on the first one, group, regular page, facebook.com/whatever topics. Okay, I think I said .com behind that, but it's not. Anyway, you know how to get on Facebook. And call us if you want to be on the podcast at 419-544-4503. All right, and after this, we'll see you later. Go ahead with joke of the week.
Okay, an old man goes to the doctor about his wife's hearing problem. A husband noticed his wife's hearing is deteriorating and decides to visit the doctor for advice. I can't speak to my wife directly as she might find it offensive given her old age, he says to the doc. There's a simple trick you can try to determine her hearing, explains the doctor. Simply ask her a question at a distance, and if she doesn't hear you, move slightly closer and ask again until she does. That night, the husband arrives home and sees his wife in the kitchen cooking. He thinks to himself, what a perfect opportunity to test her hearing. He stands in the doorway of the kitchen and promptly asks, what's for dinner, honey? No answer, so he moves closer. What's for dinner, honey? Still no answer. He moves even closer. What's for dinner, honey? Still his wife doesn't answer. He now sees how serious her problem is. At this point, he has stood right next to his wife. What's for dinner, honey? For the fourth dang time, Albert, we're having chicken.
Wasn't her hearing, huh?
Nope, it was his.
Okay. Hey, y'all have a good week, good weekend, good week, and everything else, and all that, and whatnot, and you know. So, until next week.
See ya.
Oh, yeah. See ya, yeah.